Wait, before we get into this video, I just want to remind you that can you please subscribe if you haven't. We're literally so close to 160,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I would really appreciate it. New videos every single day on this channel. Okay, on with the video. Bye. Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, we have 3 Shane Dawson updates today. We haven't made a Shane Dawson video in quite some time, and let me tell you, it's been great not having to cover Shane Dawson, but there is 3 things that have happened in relation to him recently, and people were asking me to talk about it and bring it to YouTube, so let's do it. Okay, so there's 3, I'm trying to think of what order I want to go. Oh, well, may as well go with the Jeffree one first. So, there was this TikTok I was seeing going viral. I think it was of Jeffree on Snapchat or on Instagram or something like that, and it was basically him wearing a robe and someone like patting it down. You know the way like whenever you get like hairs off it, like one of them lint rollers? It was Jeffree standing, you know, in his pink shaved head, which I actually think very much so suits him. He was doing this and he was talking about the fact he was wearing a Shane Dawson robe, which, okay, but alas, it goes on. And then he talks about the fact that he's actually wearing this robe, and he says that, you know, people ask me all the time, "How's Shane? How's my friendship with Shane?" It's good. We're good friends. We're the best friends. We're exceptional friends, actually. Like, he went like this full little, like, rant speech that him and Shane are still best friends. Besties. They're besties. They're besties. They're doing so well, you know, so well. They're doing super well. They're best friends. And he said that, you know, Shane has been taking a break from social media for his mental health, and he's thriving. He's never been better. I mean, I'm happy for Shane, but I really wouldn't say the reason he left social media was for a mental health break. I think he was kind of forced into it, if we're going to be honest here, Jeffree. But alas, Shane kind of confirms that this is the story as well in a second. So, yeah, the first one, there we have it, that Jeffree is still making it very clear, my besties, that him and Shane, you know, still fuck with each other, are still, you know, close, and that nothing's ever going to break that bond, which kind of suggests to me that Shane's comeback will involve Jeffree. I don't know. I think Shane, we can't really compare what his numbers are like because he has been gone for a while now, other than posting on like Instagram and, you know, stuff like that, so we're not really seeing views. But Jeffree, on the other hand, we're seeing that, you know, he is struggling online recently for grabbing for any sort of attention or any sort of relevance, and it is quite sad to see, but we do just kind of have to, you know, allow it to happen and humble him and kind of just allow him to do his thing, because it is quite sad to watch, obviously, you know, these days, like him clickbaiting the fact that, you know, people leaving his life and, you know, he has to move on, like trying to like clickbait that he was leaving YouTube, but it was actually just him not having an editor anymore. Okay, so we're aware that Jeffree's a bit struggling, so I think whenever they come back, depending on their numbers, them coming together, controversy or not, maybe the best solution. So that is the Jeffree. The second one was that Shane actually posted a lot on his Instagram story a few days to let us know that it was his and Ryland's anniversary. And then the third thing we're going to talk about is a statement that he released last night on his YouTube channel, which we haven't had that one yet. So first of all, let's just look at the Instagram stories. So it was him celebrating his relationship with Ryland. So let's quickly go through these before we get to his statement. So he said, 5 years with the most incredible man I've ever met. I can't wait to start a family with you in the future. So it's interesting as well because he has been gone from Instagram for maybe a month or so now, so I mean, he's probably loving the fact that David is in the cancellation red hot seat right now, but don't worry, Shane, there's a lot of stuff against you still. So 5 years today, posting this. I mean, the ring looks nice. I mean, it's a bad picture, but anyway, sorry, I'm not here to compliment the ring, but then 2 pictures of them. Remember when Shane Dawson proposed to Ryland Adams on 2 knees? Hold on, I need to bring this picture up. I honestly do not think that you'll believe me. Shane Dawson proposing. He proposed on 2 knees. And I think it was just a huge step backwards for the human race, honestly. Okay, so I have the photo here. Let me just quickly airdrop it. Do you believe me? Because, here we go. On 2 knees. Yeah. Happy 5 years. Then we have this one, which I think is very ironic. It says, I apologize for saying start a family. The animals were very offended. I'm sure Cheetah was, Shane. We've been a family for a while now. Okay. maybe a bit too close with Cheetos, some would say, Shane. And then he said, my favorite picture of us, and I hate pictures, so that's a big deal. And then both of them together. So, congratulations, guys. Congratulations on 5 years. Can't wait for the family. It's gonna be so good. And then Ryland posted this, and it was a little poem. I assume Shane wrote him, and it says, Ryland, and says, reliable, you coming to bed, lies about the spa heater, so relatable, always ready for dinner, needs to fart. Oh, like, remember the picture we saw of Ryland on all fours? I'll never get out of my head that Trisha said Ryland was on all fours in that picture to emulate a cat to turn Shane on. And then the final one, dog dad. So now that we've seen that, the statement that Shane had posted on his YouTube channel was in relation to the fact that Morgan and Ryland are back to posting videos again, which they can do, obviously. And also Shane can post videos as well. It's not up to any of us to, you know, say whether he should or shouldn't, and he is going to, so I mean, good for him. They've been posting videos, they have been heavily featuring him. Again, we haven't talked about Shane in a while, so it is kind of like you become desensitized to realizing what really did happen with Shane. I actually revisited the D'Angelo Wallace video about Shane Dawson last week, and I just realized, like, oh, his cancellation this summer was really brutal, but for good reason. And I don't know, I think in him coming back to YouTube, people will inevitably forget, because it will be an entire year since the cancellation with, you know, the Smith family and all these resurfaced videos and recent stuff, and, you know, the situation with James and all like this. You know, people will forget, and we've said that last summer. We said, you know what, he's gonna come back next year whenever people have forgot about it. However, the thing with Shane Dawson, though, is he never fully addresses things in the moment. He, like, does a shitty apology, then he'll go. And that's kind of why, honestly, whether you're a Shane Dawson fan or not, the cancellations come year after year after year, because he never fully addressed it. So if he gets cancelled again, people can't be like the fans, you know, he addressed this, he apologized, because people will be like, where? And that's why he keeps coming again. So he didn't do it last summer, so I mean, whether it's this summer, the next, or whatever, this stuff will continue to come up with Shane, because if there's no traces of people being like coming together to be like, oh, okay, you know, the stuff was really, really, really bad, but at least this one video he made, or this one set of tweets, or this one letter he wrote or something was enough to, like, allow us to know that he's a little bit different from them. But with Shane right now, we don't do that, because he didn't make the effort to do that. Instead, he did, you know, the Instagram Live. The Instagram Live, shouting at the TV. Yep, we're aware of that one. And all the angry tweets that he did, that Ryland did, and it kind of just made him look even worse, and then his video was even more awful. And I do just want to remind you that in that video, like I say in all my Shane videos, he said that he made that taking accountability video because Jenna Marbles did a video taking accountability. Two very different situations. So they're now featuring Shane in their videos, and we're aware that Morgan and Ryland have been getting a lot of backlash for doing that in the past, so it's going to be interesting to see whenever he's actually promoting it. Now, he's done the David Dobrik approach. He has not done this on his main YouTube channel or his second one. He's actually done it on, like, his smallest of smallest one called Shane Glosson. Great name, by the way. And he has shared a video, and he has done a little statement with it. So again, on YouTube, he said, sorry I haven't been online in a while, just been taking some time for my mental health. And now again, good for you, Shane. I'm happy for you. But let's not push the narrative that the reason you've been gone from social media is because, you know, you were taking this time to do this. People would not have reciprocated well to you posting on social media during this time. So it was a smart decision nonetheless. But let's not just fully put it back that people are forgetting about it. You being like, oh, I just had to take some time from YouTube. You know what I mean? Because you've taken time from social media. Just my opinion. You can disagree, which I'm sure some of you will do. But I've been getting really creative in editing again. So again, that could be his own projects or just editing Ryland's podcast, which got him in a lot of drama recently. It's been really fun. Check out Ryland's new video that I edited. I'm really proud of it. So now that we know that Shane lost his editor, Andrew, maybe he can become the editor of someone else, Ryland. Now I think Shane Dawson going from being one of the biggest YouTubers to becoming Ryland Adams' editor. Oh, what a job promotion. So, now what I want to show you though that's definitely interesting is in that post that he did, it is on his YouTube community. I'm going to pull it up here. The response is obviously 100% positive. Well, I would say maybe, okay, looking at this, maybe it's not 100% positive because the top ones aren't, but because it's on the Shane Glosson, it's normally just the diehard fans over there, but it seems like some other people have found it. So I'm just going to read through some of the top responses. Someone said, literally had Shane break his silence because Rylan wasn't getting enough views. I'm dead. And that got 400 likes. So I mean, that's another thing as well. Rylan making money right now is Shane's money. So he kind of needs Rylan to do well, but still Rylan's videos just never do that well because Rylan isn't the most exciting person in the world. You know, we have referred to him as a vanilla candle before. Someone said, not you coming back when David's being cancelled. And now, I want to, Bestie, do you think it has anything to do with the fact, you know, he's not in the spotlight anymore, it's on David? I do think it is, and the fact that Trisha isn't going to rush to do any expose on Shane if he does a comeback, whatever, right now because she's preoccupied with David. I do think that's a good point. Saw it as a golden opportunity to come back now that the attention isn't on you. And then someone else said, I know you didn't just. Then someone else said, I can't believe you just did this. And then here we go. So someone said, wait until T-Spell and the drama channels see this. Someone said, oh my god, actually, whenever I saw this, these are from like an hour ago, so it seems the locals have just found this. But his fans, the last time I saw this, I checked it maybe 3 hours ago and it was 100% positive, so I'm not even expecting this. I loved Shane so much and wish I could see him as the person I used to know, but I'll never do that. Someone else said, remember when you picked a 3-year friendship over a 12-year-old friendship with your best friends? And then, okay, so here we have the fans. I love you, Shane. Long time supporter. It breaks my heart to see these comments. I hope to see you soon, but I understand if you don't come back. These people are ruthless. I love you and your family. I was so happy to see Rylan's post. This comment section is really sick. I'm really happy for you and almost crying. So much love. So much love. And prayers. I wish I could give you a hug. Also, I'm really enjoying Rylan's videos. I think it's appropriate to turn off comments to not let these horrendous people speak. Let's go on this one. Looking at these comments versus the one on Rylan's video, it proves that Rylan censors his comment section. So again, people have been saying this about Rylan for a while now, that he's been censoring his comment section. I think of course he will. Like, I mean, it's the smartest thing for him to do. Someone said, can't wait for next week's Frenemies episode to see Trisha's reaction. Don't try to sneak back onto YouTube while David's getting exposed. We ain't forget. So again, a lot of people coming to the conclusion that they think that, you know, Shane is just doing all of these different things, and Jeffree as well, you know, because it's all on David right now. Like, sponsors are dropping David. Everything is against David, including Frenemies, and Trisha's preoccupied. So, I mean, great opportunity for him to come back if he, you know, decided it, and even doing things. Someone said, come back, Shane. We are ready. We live in a harsh and unforgiving world, but we love you. Someone said, I'm glad we live in a world where a man like this can still have supporters, even though he kissed a M-I-N-O-R. Sorry, wow. I've been on an all-nighter. Wow. And my spelling is going. And admitted to saying, okay, I'm not gonna read out that comment, but basically, you're aware of where they're going with that. They're listing all the different things that Shane Dawson has done. So, there we go. Oh, actually, these comments are like really calling him out. POV, you forgot you were subscribed and you're now unsubscribing. Someone said, we will miss you, Shane, and we miss you so much. We'll be right here waiting for you coming back. You're so loved. Please never forget that. Okay, someone said, it's cool of you and Jeffree to come together about your mental health and post days within each other. Cute how you stand up for each other, but not Trisha. I bet that's starting to sting, seeing her so happy and flourishing while you make these weak attempts at coming back. Okay, someone else said, literally sobbing, you've no idea how much we miss you. So true, bestie, so true. I think that's a big thing as well. You know, the narrative whenever Shane and Trisha were close was that, you know, Trisha needed Shane. Now, Shane needs Trisha. Trisha Paytas, who's had this reinvention, her friendship with Ethan, Frenemies getting millions upon millions of views, her music videos doing well again, engaged. Trisha is now where Shane was, and it's completely reversed, which is interesting as well. So, do you think that Shane is going to take this time, you know, whenever it's all on David, to sneak his way back onto YouTube? Let me know. We can talk about it. We can discuss it. The comment section below is for that. I love you, bestie. I will see you in my next one. And also, what do you think about, you know, the little family post about the cat? Super cute. Super cute, right? Super cute. I'm so happy for you and Cheeto. Oh, I mean you and Ryland. Bye!